Hey, now, a 23-year-old from Elam has just released her very first album. It's out today. Megan Rutherford recorded the album Sinner at Abbey Road.
Are you sinning if you do it quietly? Are you winning if you do it nicely? Are you happy? Are you really happy? Drink another drink but then you're crying on your daddy.
I love it. That was the title track. That's Are You Sinning? I will play it in full for you in a little while. And I'm delighted to say, first up, Megan is with me now. Hi, Megan. How are you doing?
Hi, Steve. I'm good, thank you. I am a bit sore-throated today, so I sound like a man, so do excuse me.
Okay. That's funny, because sometimes I sound like a girl, so I think we're equally matched here today. So
There we go.
it's absolutely fine. Big day of release today. How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, God. Do you know what, Steve? I'm going to go cliche and say 11. I'm very excited. I have to say, I've been up nice and early this morning, but it's just lovely to have it to listen to now. And, yeah, I'm just so excited, and I just hope people like it, really.
Well, I'm sure they will. The bits I've heard, I haven't heard all of it, I'll admit that, but the bits I've heard, I'm really impressed with. I think it's a really lovely sounding thing that you put together here. How long has it been? How long has it been since, inception to today? It's actual proper birth, because you must have been living with this for a very long time.
Yeah, so I was working on the album with DNA, which is my label at the moment, for a year. And because of COVID, it's been kind of stop and start. But it's actually been pretty quick turnaround, considering. But obviously, some of the songs that I've been writing in my lounge in Elam for a good few years, and working on for a good few years before we started recording. But yeah, it's just, here it is. It's my little baby, and it's DNA's little baby. So yeah, I'm excited to get it out in the world.
And who's inspired you over the years as well? Because I was trying, when I was been listening to it, I'm thinking, oh, that's it. It's almost a familiar sound that you've got, and I love it, but I can't think where the inspiration is coming from you. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think, to be honest, I listen to everything, but my main inspirations have been artists like Kate Bush, and I'm quite reluctant to say one artist, because I don't want people to immediately think, oh, she's like that artist there. But I've also been classically trained in piano, so I've been kind of inspired by bits of Chopin and bits of classical music, and James Blake, who is a huge kind of inspiration for me. And, just anything lyrical and beautiful. That the whole kind of point of this album was to put out something beautiful into the world that people can relate to. It's got,
I think you've got quite you've got your own individual sound, obviously, and what you, and as an artist and composer and writer, you've got your own things to say as well. But Lana Del Rey sprang to mind, immediately. Are you a fan of hers?
That's the artist I was reluctant to say. I absolutely adore Lana Del Rey.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to lie. That's okay, Steve. You've outed me. No, it's fine. I love her. She's amazing. And actually, that's the artist that, I draw a lot of inspiration from her, and I love everything she does, to be honest. But I am trying not to be a tribute act. Yeah. Having said that, so I like to mix things up and try and make something a little bit different, but she's certainly an inspiration.
You're breaking up a little bit there, Megan. Hopefully you haven't disappeared down the hole in the middle of the record. But, and what was it? Abbey Road. I was talking about that earlier on, and was it nerve-wracking knowing who's gone there before you, or was it fine and it just felt completely natural and the place to be?
I'm not going to lie to you, Steve. I was a ball of nerves. But can you still hear me?
I can, yeah. You're all right at the moment.
Okay. No, sorry, just checking. No, it was nerve-wracking, but it was such an amazing experience. And I have to say, I'm kind of not pro to now, I just think of all the icons that have walked in that studio, and it blows my mind. So, yeah, so lucky to be able to record there with DNA. So, yeah, a massive shout-out to them for letting that all happen. But, it's an incredible experience, and one that I'll never forget, ever.
No, no, absolutely. Well, until the second album, and you go and record it there again. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And having a record company and DNA, you were saying, is your company. Having them look after you and nurture you as well. That's a huge part of it as well.
Absolutely. I mean, none of this would have happened without them. Absolutely. I owe a lot to DNA, and really for realising my vision, because I started recording this all in my bathroom. And, I think when you're doing that, it's hard to imagine how it might be when it's done professionally and you've got a great team of musicians and technicians on your side. And DNA helped me kind of realise that and bring out the best potential, I think, in every song. So I have a lot to thank. Absolutely, and so grateful for everything they've done.
And what I love as well is that you're not somebody who's just decided that this is what you want to do, and the way to do it is to go on X Factor or Britain's Got Talent or something like that. You're doing it the proper way. You've got your own. You're saying inspired by classical music as well as soul or pop or whatever it is. And I think that's so important these days. There's so many youngsters who they think that the way to be famous is to go on something like that, when it really isn't.
Absolutely, and I think they are a risk, those kind of platforms, because sometimes I think it stops you from being able to do something a bit more long term. And I think the thing about that is that's instant, isn't it? But I think grasping at it in the traditional way is a lot harder. It's a lot more of a journey, but I think you get more from it, and you're able to have more freedom and control over the kind of music you want to produce and sing, and there's just a lot more creative input from the artist's end if you do it that way, which is obviously a huge benefit. And it's way more enjoyable, I think, personally. But
yeah, well, you can look back at it and think, well, I did that, and it wasn't on the coattails of something else. So it's it's your own journey that you've crafted, that you've created, which I think great. Megan, I want to wish you all the very best with the album. We're going to play the title track in just a sec, but it's out now. Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, all of those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just tune in anywhere and download and share. But thank you so much for having me, Steve. I really appreciate it.
Lovely having you. Thank you very much. And like I say, all the very best to you. That is Megan Rutherford. She is from Elam, here in our fair county. And as I say, the album Are You Sinning is out today. It's available for to download. Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify, all your usual download spots. That's where you want to be going. And this is the title track. This is Are You Sinning?
Jesus Christ, shine on me, blind me with dishonesty. Shoot your shot, but you can't see, you broke me. You told the girl next door you love her more and more each day. You gave your heart and mine away, and I can't breathe. No garden for the sun, you thought you were the chosen one. You sculpted me in your image and disowned me. You had no faith in me, I followed you religiously. Now wash your feet when you were lonely. Are you sinning if you do it quietly? Are you winning if you do it nicely? Are you happy? Are you really happy? Drink another drink, but then I'm crying on your daddy. Are you sinning if you do it quietly? Are you winning if you do it nicely? Are you happy? Are you really happy? Drink another drink, but then I'm crying on your daddy. Lamb of God, gentle baby, put him on your greasy plate. You rest the crown upon your head, you're faking. I saw you look at me as traitor or your enemy or Judas in sinning if you do it quietly? Are you winning if you do it nicely? Are you happy? Are you really happy? Drink another drink but end up crying on your daddy. Jesus Christ, shine on me, blind me with dishonesty. Shoot your shot but you can't see, broke me.
Love that. Are You Sinning? That's the title track of Megan's album. That's Megan Rutherford here on BBC Radio Kent.